Hello, my fellow humans. Let's have a conversation about unsolicited advice. And before we begin, just let us drop into our space, our bodies, and let's take a few deep breaths into that. Acknowledging our body, the skin surrounding it. And acknowledging our energetic space around our body. So, I want to share with you a little story, my personal experience regarding unsolicited advice, and a big breakthrough that I had regarding that in the previous week. So, I've been receiving, as most of you, as all of us, unsolicited advice my whole life. We go through our life since being children, people giving us advice, constantly giving an advice. And even though people want us good with all the advice, or usually they do, or sometimes it's not that much about our good, but their own good, because they want us in some place where it will fit them that we are this way. um, so, yes, people want to put us into the places where it fits them. And uh, often or usually they don't ask if the advice is they are giving is the right advice for us. People just want to give advice, and uh, we can also notice this in ourselves. I definitely know that I'm the person who loves giving advice, because sometimes you just see like what could be done better, what could improve, where the person has the problem and what is the solution for this. You can know from your own experience what helped you, and then you just want to give that advice to someone else. And a little interesting story regarding this: something that works for us does not necessarily work for others. I was talking with one of my friends of about period pain, and she let me know that castor oil is helping her with the period pain. And I remember years ago, like hearing everyone speaking about castor oil, how good it is for everything, for your lashes, for your hair, for putting it into your belly button, and it helps with digestion and everything. And so I bought that castor oil and I put it on my face, I put it on my belly button, and I realized after a week or so of doing that I actually have an allergic reaction to castor oil. Castor oil was not being good for good choice for me because my body refuses it. And I was sharing with this same friend that what helps me with my period pain is ginger. And she told me that she was being tested for things that are good for her and the things that are not. And ginger is actually one of the things that are not that is not received well uh, from her body. So something that can help me cannot help someone else. It can actually do them harm. And something that helps to someone else does not necessarily helps me. It can do me harm. So we need to have discernment about what is for us and what is not for us, and trust ourselves. And yes, continuing with all the unsolicited advice, I want to share this story. Mm, for years now, when I've been putting my newsletter out, there was one person who was responding to my newsletter, and I always felt when reading her response as though she didn't get at all what I'm talking about. And I was wondering, uh, am I saying things in a wrong way? Like, what is going on with me conveying my message? It seems like I'm conveying one message and she gets something completely else out of it. And she was always also giving me some kind of advice, and I always felt like strange. How do I respond to that? I know her from some event, and she does not know me so well, but still, like, I was trying to be kind because I know she's a good person, she's doing good work in the world, but like, it was not resonating. There was something strange going on, so I was never really sure about how to respond. I just tried to be kind and like, okay, like, I understand she has some projections going on, whatever, that's not my thing. And so I usually just wrote kind, short response. And but still, that kept on going. And the last time I sent the newsletter out, she was again giving me some kind of advice, and uh, I felt as though she's looking from the above and telling me what is the better way for me, and as though the way that I'm sensing inside, that the way that I'm sensing is for me, what I want to do, like what I want to create, as though she is from above saying, that's not the way for you, like, go this way, go this way. And I was like, this time I'm not gonna try to be kind and ignore how does that land in my body. I'm gonna explain this to her. And I wrote her an email back and I explained what I just mentioned to her, and she received it quite well. And then she also said that she can sense from my newsletter endless suffering. uh, and that that the bitterness or something like bitter beans of my life, that they uh, land heavy on her heart, and that she tries to find the ways to help me. And again, I get that she kind of has good intentions for me, but this is not really resonating with me, because I mean, of course, I'm a work in progress and there are things that I'm working through in my life, but I feel satisfied with my life. I feel satisfied with my progress, how things are moving in my life. I am actually, like, currently feeling like the best I have ever been feeling in my whole life. And yes, um, I'm just glad that I set a boundary with her, and that this stirred up also boundary setting with my mother-in-law, because my mother-in-law also loves to constantly give advice. and I started pushing back. And you know, if you're a people pleaser, or if you also, same as me, highly value kindness, when we set boundaries, we can feel like, ooh, like we are fighting, like we are doing something bad. We guilt trip ourselves. What was especially strong for me was, I don't want to respond to people from the trauma response, but when someone is like going over my boundaries, getting into my space, I have like strong response, and I'm not always able to react in the most peaceful, mature, assertive, kind way. um, and that's okay. What came to me regarding this reacting from the trauma response, and this super high standard that I set for myself, that I kind of should always have a perfect response to people. The image that came to me was the image of the river. If someone tries to put if someone tries to put the boundary on the river, where the river wants to flow freely, if the river will break through, of course it's gonna be strong, strong emotions. It's gonna be strong, strong force. Water will flow strongly. It's the same with our emotions. Like if someone tries to limit us where we don't want to be limited, and change our way, the way they want our way to be, and put the things into our flow, somewhere our flow will break through, and maybe it will break the limits they put into us, and it's gonna feel strong and intense, and that's okay. That's okay. It's like, why should I care so much about having a perfect, kind, mature response, not acting from the trauma, when someone is actually traumatizing me by limiting me where I don't want to be limited? I hope that makes sense. So, yes, back to all the advice. Back to the story about my mother-in-law. Yes, so she loves to constantly give advice and constantly give orders, and sometimes her advice is good, and sometimes it's completely not for me, and sometimes, I mean, it could be good, but it's just the wrong timing. And so last week I was setting some boundaries with her and had all these feelings regarding this, and I was irritated and annoyed, and like, how do I explain to her what this does to me? And I was speaking about it with my coach. Her name is Anita, and she's really masterful. She's really a masterful coach, and she really helped me to land into my body, into my own wisdom regarding this. And what came out of it was magical for me, and I hope it's gonna be at least a little bit magical for you as well, because I believe this have potential to change your life. It changed mine. So what came as an image was that when my mother-in-law or anyone else is giving me advice, they are throwing balls. It's like they're throwing balls into my space. And some of these balls are like, I can catch them, and they're like, oh, that's beautiful, I can play with that, I will incorporate that into my own life. Thank you for sharing this with me, thank you for throwing this ball. And sometimes there are like bunch of balls being thrown at me, and I have my own balls in my space, the things that I want to do, the things that I play with, and I don't want those other balls being thrown into my space. So I'm like I'm having a racket, and I'm like just jump, jump, throwing them out of my space, sending them back, like get them back out of here with this. Leave me alone. And it feels good to speak about this and to share it. So this is like a beautiful bowl that I want to share with you, and you can now decide, do you receive this bowl or not? And if you do, like, I hope it does you good. And if you don't, like, just send that bowl back to me. That what I just explained, the bowl of seeing advice as bowls. So also all this is connected with the program I'm putting out. I'm still like writing the sales page and putting things together in my journal. But it's so deeply connected with it because it's all about the sacred space, your sacred space in life, that you're taking up space following your own path in life. I believe strongly that we all have something in us that wants to grow through us, something like a soul seed, soul's gift that we are to bring out in this life. The same as there are different types of trees, different types of flowers, and they all have everything they need in the seed to become the flower they are. They already have their destiny written in them for the beautiful flower they are about to become. And connected to advice, if people are not seeing the beautiful flower you are, if they are not seeing the real you, so many people will try to give advice like what you should become, how you should behave, what kind of color your flower should be. And we can send that out and trust in ourselves and create our sacred space where we allow ourselves to grow our roots, to grow our fruits, to grow at our own pace, to not force ourselves because someone has said, you should be at this point in your life by your 20s, by your 30s, by your 40s, by your 50s. Like, what if we can grow at our own pace? Yes, and I believe strongly that you already have everything you need inside you, and you can create this inner environment then translates also in outer environment where you have support and where you can take up space and beautifully co-create with other people, with other flowers, with our other trees. But we need to stand in our sacred space and respect, respect, honor the dreams, the seeds that we have within us, our true nature, and give it space to grow because it is so beautiful. I'm sure that what you really want, what you really desire in your life, that it's so beautiful and magical. And as you step into this, you step into your sacred space, and other people or those who are meant to notice will notice like something beautiful is going on, and they will be inspired to go step into their sacred space as well, to follow their dreams, to follow their true nature of what they truly are inside. Yes, so many times we have dreams, we have something in us that we know we are meant to do that feels so good and inspiring. I want to do this, I want to focus on this, I want to become a singer, I want to become a pastry chef, I want to become a mom. That's not for me, but there are women who feel the desire to become a mom, and it's a beautiful thing that they want to bring forward into the world. And there are others who have beautiful business ideas and they want to do these things, and so many times it happens that we are afraid of following that path that is for us, because we've been told since we were babies, like, you should be this, you should be that, you should do this, you should do that, do this, do that, blah 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 blah, blah. All these balls. And I really want us, me, you who are listening to this and resonating with this, I want us to let go, put out of our space those balls that were thrown at us that are not for us. And we can play with those that are for us, and trust ourselves that we can trust ourselves to know what is for us and what is not for us, and let go of what is not for us. There's plenty enough in what is for us to bring us abundance and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful life. So, yes, I think that's the message for today. And thank you so much for listening. And I will let you know more regarding the coaching offer. But you can also, the best thing is that you go to my website, the link is below, and you sign up for my newsletter. And there is also, I also have a Substack. But when you sign up for my newsletter on my website, you'll also receive the mental fog remover, the remover of all the fog we have around this on our mental bodies and emotional bodies, that comes from all the rules and expectations and advice and everything that comes into our field. And that tool really helps you to clean that out and focus on what is your thing to do and what you can do and what you want to do. So, thank you so much for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.